When could the next Crash or Spyro game be revealed? You'd think sometime soon, right? Well, I got a theory on that, so let's discuss it. How's it going, everyone? Blueknight here, and welcome back to some more Crash Bandicoot and Spyro the Dragon. Well, I'm sure most of you guys are very curious as to when the next Crash or Spyro game will be revealed, which until it is, I'll be referring to them as Crash 4 and Spyro 4. By this, I'm going by Activision's statement about taking these two series beyond remasters, with instead brand new games. So, yeah, I won't be implying a Wrath of Cortex or Enter the Dragonfly remaster anytime soon. Just wanted to point that out as there seems to be confusion with these terms. Anyways, when could the next Crash or Spyro game be revealed? Well, no one knows just yet, but I believe there is a pattern between the recent Crash and Spyro releases we can follow to get a possible estimate for a reveal. Now, don't take this as a fact, it's just a rough guess on my part. Before I begin, I need to point this out. The Crash N-SANE'S trilogy began development in 2015, which would have been 2 years from start to the launch in 2017. As for Spyro, we're not quite sure when development began for Reignited, but if the cheat code effect in N-SANE is anything to go by, then I'd say it was in development for about as long as Crash. So, we'll say about 3 years. This also makes sense since Insomniac Games placed a Spyro Easter egg in Ratchet & Clank 2016, seeing as both Toys for Bob and Insomniac Games collaborated on Spyro's design in Reignited during concept stages. However, since this is next to other projects Insomniac has worked on in the past, this could just be a mere Easter egg to that. Alright, now let's get into this pattern with the Crash and Spyro reveals and releases. Not counting the Skylanders Imaginators reveal, as that's not a dedicated Crash or Spyro game. We'll start off with the N-SANE Trilogy's reveal at PlayStation Experience 2016 in December 2016, which was 6 months before the PS4 launch of N-SANE in June 2017. 9 months later, in March 2018, the N-SANE ports were announced 3 months before the multi-platform launch, and 1 month before Spyro Reignited was announced at PAX East 2018. Spyro Reignited was announced 2 months before the N-SANE ports arrived. Spyro Reignited, after the delay, released in November 2018, which was 5 months after the N-SANE ports launched and 1 month before Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled was revealed at the Game Awards in December 2018, which, like N-SANE, released 6 months after the initial reveal, 2 years after N-SANE's PS4 launch. Nitro Fueled's launch in June 2019 was accompanied by the announcement of the PC and Switch ports for the Spyro Reignited trilogy during E3 2019. Both were 7 months after Reignited launched on PS4 and Xbox One, and 3 months before Reignited's Switch and PC ports would arrive earlier this month. If we look at N-SANE's reveal and see the time gap up to CTR-NS reveal the following year, that's, well, a 1 year difference. Then there's the Reignited ports, which launched 10 months after the initial launch. After seeing all of this, I came to the conclusion that the next game's reveal could possibly be within 2 months to a year after this month's already released Reignited Trilogy ports. But what major gaming events are within this time frame? Well, there's the Game Awards in December, which is 3 months after the Reignited ports launched. Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled was announced there last year. So here's hoping for another announcement would come this year. Then there's PAX East 2020, which is where Spyro Reignited was revealed back in April 2018. However, there's no final start date yet, but it's likely to start in either March or April 2020. Then there's E3 2020 in June of next year, which is 9 months after the Reignited ports launched. There's also Gamescom 2020 in August of next year, 11 months after the Reignited ports launched. Knowing Activision has attended all 4 of these events in the past, it's assumed this time won't be any different. Now, what could this new reveal be? Well, the past couple years could be an indicator for another pattern to follow next year. Meaning, in 2018, we got the N-SANE'S ports and Spyro Reignited. In 2019, we got Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled and the Spyro Reignited ports. If this pattern continues next year, well, then we'll get CTR-NF on PC as the port of 2020. What about next year's new game though? Well, remember earlier I mentioned that Vicarious Visions spent 2 years developing the N-SANE trilogy? Well, it's been 2 years since N-SANE initially launched, with Vicarious Visions showing interest in making more Crash games after N-SANE's success. Well, Vicarious Visions has been kinda quiet lately. On top of that, they haven't released another game since N-SANE launched. Unless you count the Xbox One port of N-SANE, which Vicarious Visions did develop after the PS4 release. As for Spyro getting a new game next year, that's probably not as likely, seeing as it took around 3 years for Toys for Bob to get Reignited done. With help from Sanzaro Games, of course. So it's likely that next year's new game will be Crash 4, possibly. And Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled's Grand Prix are meant to fill up the empty gaps of the year to keep interest in the series going until they're ready to reveal the next game. However, there might still be hope that Spyro fans won't have to wait until 2024 for the next Spyro game. If you guys remember this image by Toys for Bob, which leaked what appears to be redesigned Crash Bandicoot characters along with 3 mystery characters. Why does Toys for Bob have Crash character concept art is still a mystery, but many, including myself, think that Toys for Bob and Vicarious Visions are both working on a new Crash and Spyro crossover game, which it wouldn't be the first time they've worked together to bring these 2 series together, the first time being Skylanders Imaginators in 2016. Another indicator of a possible crossover title is that both studios are said or leaked to be using Unreal Engine 4 for their next games. Anyways guys, I think I've said quite enough for this video, and as usual, what do you guys think about this? Be sure to let me know in the comment section below, and once again everyone, thanks so much for watching and supporting the channel. I've been Blueknight, and I'll see you guys back here next time. Goodbye!